In the 13th century, the greatest empire the world had ever known reached the edge of the sea. Its armies had conquered China. They had crushed Korea. They had shattered kingdoms across Asia and Eastern Europe. Now only one land refused to bow: Japan. At the head of this unstoppable force stood Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, ruler of the Mongol Empire and emperor of the Yuan dynasty. He demanded submission. Japan answered with silence. To Kublai Khan, this was not resistance. It was an insult. So he chose war. By 1274, Mongol fleets gathered along the Korean coast. Hundreds of ships, thousands of soldiers, veterans of 100 conquered lands. Across the sea, Japan waited. The islands were ruled by the Kamakura shogunate, a warrior society shaped by ritual, honor, and individual combat. Samurai believed battles were fought face to face, arrow against arrow, blade against blade. They had never faced the Mongols. When the invasion began, it was swift and merciless. Tsushima fell first, then Iki Island. Villages were erased, civilians slaughtered. When Mongol forces reached the mainland at Hakata Bay, the samurai finally met their enemy. And they were unprepared. The Mongols did not duel. They advanced in tight formations, shields locked together, arrows fired in dark, coordinated volleys. They used signal flags, drums, even explosive weapons unheard of in Japan. The samurai fought bravely, but confusion spread. This was not the war they knew. By nightfall, the Mongol army withdrew to their ships, anchoring in the bay, confident that Japan would fall the next day. But the sea had other plans. As darkness settled, the wind began to rise. Waves grew violent. Anchors snapped. Ships slammed into one another. A massive storm tore through the Mongol fleet. Wooden vessels shattered. Heavily armored soldiers drowned beneath the waves. By morning, the invasion was in ruins. The survivors fled. Japan was saved. The people believed the gods themselves had intervened. They named the storm Kamikaze, the divine wind. But Kublai Khan did not forget. 7 years later, in 1281, he returned, stronger than ever. This time, the invasion force was enormous. More than 4,000 ships, over 100,000 soldiers. The largest naval invasion the world would see for centuries. Japan prepared desperately. Stone walls rose along the coast. Samurai launched night raids, striking Mongol ships under cover of darkness. For weeks, the invaders were unable to land. Then, in August, the wind changed. A colossal typhoon formed over the sea. For 2 days, the storm raged without mercy. Waves swallowed fleets whole. Ships splintered like driftwood. Men vanished beneath the ocean. When the storm finally passed, the invasion no longer existed. Tens of thousands were dead. The Mongol Empire would never threaten Japan again. Once more, the Japanese whispered the same word. Kamikaze, the divine wind. Japan believed the islands were protected, chosen by fate, guarded by the gods. But victory came at a cost. The war left the shogunate weakened, the samurai unrewarded. Internal fractures began to grow. The storm had saved Japan, but it also changed it forever. Centuries later, the word kamikaze would return to history, not as a storm, but as men who became the wind. Some empires are not defeated by armies. They are defeated by fate.